I'm finally doing an update on my aviary, the Pheasantasiam, which many people have been asking for. So here it is. I haven't done a big update for quite some time, as many of you are aware. 1st of January I looked up, seems to be the last time I did a large update. So that was 1st of January 2015. It is now the 31st of December 2015. So a whole year. Sorry, I'm just getting something to sit on here. Had a bit of a tidy up of a few things today. Got a few new additions this year, and a few birds that are no longer with us. We no longer have Bert and Ernie, our quail. Ernie died at the end of last year, and Bert died in November this year. So on the ground now we just have Carrie, who's a Lady Amherst pheasant, and Swinny, who is a cross between a Swinho pheasant and a yellow golden. The colours keep changing. This is quite a tame, nice bird. Very placid bird. Right. As for new birds, I've had a lot of babies in the last week or so come out of the nest box, and they are turquoisines. Strangely enough, we've got yellow ones this time. We've had no yellow turquoisines before. All of our turquoisines have come from the same green trio we had at the beginning. I'm not even sure how many we've got at the moment. We're hand raising one inside at the moment, which sort of got beaten up and abandoned. So we rescued it, and it's been hand raised. It's got a bit of a sore leg and a bashed up head, but he's doing well. So we now have 3 of these yellow Turks. We've got 2 females and 1 male. That there is the male, I think. Tiny bit of red down the wing. Red on wings for turquoisines means it's a male. So yeah, in the last week or 10 days we've had 3 yellow ones come out of a nest and 3 green ones, all out of the same nest. 1 male of each, 2 females of each. Now I'm going to do quite a long update here, seeing as that's what people have been asking for. So sit back for the long haul. Just realised I've taken the food out this morning and I haven't put it back. So I might just go get that. So I wanted to do this all in one take, so you might just have to come with me. Actually, I could just leave this here, couldn't I? And I'll come back in a minute with the food. Now this is Carrie. She loves earwigs, and whenever I come in here, she stands by this piece of metal. I do that, and usually earwigs drop out, and she goes bonkers. All gone, Carrie. I think I blew them all out with a hose before. Sorry, girl. I'll be back tomorrow. So, I've got them some food now. I tend to use just this one ground, well, it can be set on the ground or hung up. It's one feeder now. Because using this one, I would fill it up, and then not long after filling it up, Swinny would jump up and empty it. So it was a bit of a waste of time doing that. Just she would fling seed everywhere. So I don't use that tray and that feeder much at the moment. I tend to just put everything in there everybody eats out of that feeder there. That there is Sylvester. This is our red rump male. He's not quite sure he's a red rump. He feeds all the turquoisine babies. All the birds are molting at the moment, so some of them look a little bit rough. Including that turquoisine there who's been sitting on a nest and is molting as well, and she's looking a bit scruffy. Feathers are just starting to come back there now, so hopefully she'll look a lot better soon. Hello, Charlie boy. What do you want? I haven't got anything on me at the moment. It's Charlie. It's Fry. They are both, of course, cockatiels. Charlie is a standard grey cockatiel. And I'm not sure if Fry's a cinnamon or a silver, I can't remember now. Which is which. Oh, Joey. Joey's just landed on me. Joey's very sweet. And he does talk, but he's a bit hard to understand what he says. That's red. He's a male turquoisine. It's called red because it's got a lot of orange red colour down the front. Oi, Tweety. That's Tweety. She thinks she's the boss of the whole place. She's a red rump. She's not your standard red rump. She's a Latino red rump. Red rumps and turquoisines, both native to Australia. As are cockatiels. Eventually all the cockatiels will probably come down and say hello. Charlie's back. And it's Poopy up there. This is the first male turquoisine we got. It's Twisty. Somebody's on my head at the moment. Now most of the plants in here are doing alright. Bismarckia's Starting to look quite nice now. Commodore plumosa does alright, doesn't get too damaged by the birds. However, that Commodore there, which was quite a nice one, has been completely massacred in the top. Destroyed by little nasty parrots. Let's get a little wander. My little wooden pyramid is very popular with all the birds. Pheasants love it, Turquoisines like climbing up it, everybody likes sitting on it, but it's getting a bit rotten and worn out now. Time to make a new one. Very simple and easy to make. I'll whip one of them up someday soon. Very simple thing to have in your aviary. One of our new babies. And some of the other babies. Not the one in the front, but 3 in the back are all young ones. We've got a heap of Java sparrows now, which we're slowly getting rid of when we can catch them. Not the easiest things to catch in here. What's up, Jerry? The carryota's doing quite well. Just chuck some bark around the bottom and try to make it look a little bit tidier and nicer. Won't stay like that for long, of course. Pheasants will kick it about. You whistling for the camera? He's a clever boy. He's a pretty boy. He's a pretty boy. You're a pretty boy. And there's Poopy. You haven't said hello yet. Come on, Scratch. Come on. Come here. Come on. Where's your sock? Where you going? You can't put your head down and walk away at the same time. Silly bird. Okay, Spinny? You blend in with the bark quite well. Hmm? Let me scratch you now. There we go. See? Silly bird. He's a silly bird. Hmm? Poopy likes a good scratch. Hey, what's up, Joester? What's up? So this tiny little nest box, which is meant to be a budgie nest box, that had the 6 Turquoisine babies in it. All of which are quite tame still. Just planted this New Zealand native. It's got nice small leaves, not looking too happy actually. Planted that. Hopefully that's the sort of tree that can grow without getting eaten and destroyed like this poor thing, for example. Small cage there I'm using to catch the Java sparrows. Cut their numbers down a bit. We got over 20 of them. They breed very easily. We lost one this year, I think, of the Java sparrows, and we've lost 2 Turquoisines. I'm not sure what happened to them. think now we have 13 turquoisines. Yeah, 13 turquoisines out here. 10 green and 3 yellow. And 1 green one inside that's been hand raised, which it's a male and will probably never come out here, to be honest. Might get picked on, I imagine. I'm probably going to have to cut down on the number of male turquoisines in here so they don't fight. They do chase each other around quite a bit and harass each other at this time of the year. So this is New Year's Eve. So if I sound a bit slurry, it's because I'll have a beer. And because I've had a beer. So last day of the year, I finally get round to doing an update. Haven't done a lot in here this year, to be honest. Been so busy with so many other things, like building the strawberry patch, which is through outside over there, where Straubs lives. He's in there at the moment, somewhere. There's a possibility I'm going to build another aviary right behind where I'm sitting at the moment, which is currently my greenhouse. I'm not into plants as much as I used to be, so that may become another aviary. I would like to get a male monal pheasant. There's a male monal pheasant at work that's got my name written all over him. Now, one dove is down there, and the other dove, as so often is the case, is up here sitting on a nest. Funny dove. You keep trying for babies, eh? But something just doesn't seem to be working. No, you. And there's Leela. Leela doesn't hang around with the other cockatiels for some reason. She's a turquoisine too, I think. You just goofball, you are, aren't you? Yeah. Pretty good. The palms are all doing well and it's starting to push against the roof a bit, unfortunately. Work out what I'm going to do about that when it gets a bit closer to being a major problem. For the likes of something like the Bismarckia, I won't be cutting it down or digging it out, that's for sure. There'll be a few years before that gets to the top, but when it does, I will be extending the aviary to accommodate the palm. Whereas this palm Cariota Aucklandra will be getting cut down when it gets too big, because I'm not going to cut a hole in the roof just for that. It was a pretty rough plant and I'm just, you two chasing each other. Just put it in there for the birds to destroy and it's actually done better than I thought. But it will be cut down. I've got plenty of cariotas around. There's one just outside through there. And there's some very big ones out here. There's a trunk of one there, another one directly behind it, another one through there, and a big bugger through there. As you can see, I like palms. But I don't have much time for palms anymore. It's all birds now. Alright, let's see if we can get some of these birds a little bit closer. Get some of their favourite food out. They love millet. If I pull out one of these, it's going to be covered in cockatiels. Come on boys, I got some millet. Joestar! You're going to make lies out of me. Come on! Come on! Yeah, I know you've seen it. Come on! Oh! Now, Charlie boy. Charlie and Joey. And Poopy. And that rather loud noise in the background is Straubs. What are you doing? Straubs! I think he's jealous. That's him coughing. Loves to mimic people coughing and sneezing. Getting a little bit windy out here. What was that, guys? What was that? One of the problems I find with birds is they all know each other's alarm calls. So whenever a wild bird makes an alarm call, everything in here panics. From the pheasants down to the sparrows. Chickens, everybody, they all know blackbird's alarm calls are the worst. Whenever a blackbird has a squawk, everything around here has a squawk. It panics and flies around. Sorry, I'm just kicking my foot around and got a fly on me. So if you're still watching this, thank you for watching. And thank you for watching all my other videos. This is my 200th upload. So my 200th published video. Today, New Year's Eve 2015. Now if you're wondering why you're watching this and it hasn't gotten light on New Year's Eve where you are, because I'm currently in New Zealand and we see the days before anybody else does. in lots of parts of the world it's still only the 30th of December at the moment. Be quite interested to know where everybody's from that's watching this video, actually, if you are still watching. If you're watching and you don't mind, could you just write the country you're from in the comments section? You don't have to write anything else, just write the country, just so I can see where you're from and see who's watching. I know the analytics does that for you, but it's not very personal, is it? So it would just be interesting to see what people think from different countries. Eating millet makes you thirsty. We don't have any plans to get any more birds at this stage in this aviary. We want to cut down the numbers of Java sparrows. Once that's done, I would like to get a pair of Californian quail, but we'll see. Most of our birds just come about sort of by accident, just in the right place at the right time. Nothing in here is really planned. All the animals have just seen them and thought, oh, that's the right bird for us. Hey, come here. Scratch. Come on, scratch. There you go. There you go, you can go back to eating now. I can smell a good barbecue going somewhere. In New Zealand at this time of the year, it's summer. Good barbecue weather at the moment, 27 degrees today, Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. I'll put it up on the screen when I work it out. If I had on my phone on me, I could convert it and tell you, but try not to bring my phone out into the aviary. Hey. Well, this video is now my longest video. It's gone past the half an hour point. So for you die-hard fans that are still watching, I'm going to video for another half an hour. Just having a close-up look at some of the birds. female yellow mutation turquoisine, only a few weeks old. And that's red, adult male turquoisine with a very orange front. I'm not sure where he got that from. Guessing he's about to feed the baby. The Turks have been quite communal in their parentage, with all the adults helping to feed the babies. And not only the adults of the turquoisines, but occasionally a cockatiel and a red rump. Now a pair of doves keep trying to have babies, they keep laying eggs, they keep sitting on them. But somebody's not fertile. And hopefully I can get to an hour before the battery dies on my camera. Good to do a 1 hour video without any joins. Cuts. You might find me starting to ramble on soon as I run out of things to say and as the alcohol kicks in on New Year's Eve. I got Swinny from work. Where I work there's a Aviary complex that covers 900 square meters, as well as lakes which have a lot of waterfowl on them. And because Swinny is a cross, most pheasant breeders are not fans of crosses, so that she didn't get muddled up and breed with anything else, so I've brought her home and gave her a life here in the Pheasantasiam. This is another one of our fresh babies. Turquoisines are very beautiful birds when they stretch out. A lot of yellow on the tail, blue on the wings. They love to sunbathe. They love to have baths in water. Whereas our cockatiels and red rumps don't bathe in the water. I know some cockatiels do, but ours very rarely ever go in the water. And if they do, they usually just stand in it. The pheasants just have dust baths, thankfully. Turned the ground around a bit today and scraped away some things, and so the pheasants and other birds have got a few more different places to dig at. As you can see, Carrie's colours blend in very well with surroundings. If she's in the wild, she'll be very hard to see. for anybody who's still watching, I think I'm going to have a name the turquoisine competition. We've got 2 yellow turquoisines and 1 male turquoisine. Now the male has at the moment been nicknamed Bart. Maybe I'll leave it at that actually. Bart, Lisa and Maggie, that could be quite good names for the yellow ones. Yeah, so there's the end of that competition. I win. But we've got 3 green Turks. Need names. 1 male, 2 females. So if you've got a name for a male or female turquoisine, you put it in the comments below. And I'll pick a winner. That's if anybody's still watching this at this point in time, 38 minutes into the video. What's the matter? Just he's aggravated about something. And where all the cockatiels have gone? They're up there. That went up, Strobes. Strobes! Strobes is a very funny bird. Unfortunately, he's not funny on camera. He talks and plays all the time. As soon as you turn the camera on, he doesn't want anything to do with it. Doesn't make for good YouTube videos. I thought he'd be a YouTube star, but he doesn't want to be. So, not a lot I can do about that, unfortunately. That's his choice. The wind is really picking up here. Turquoisines are very sweet little birds. They barely make any noise. They're very pretty. And quite inquisitive and friendly given the chance. And sometimes, not when I'm videoing though unfortunately, they will come and feed off your lap. But you've got to be a bit patient for them. Hopefully these new ones, which have had quite a bit of handling in the last few days, will stay quite friendly. Everybody seems to be having a sleep now. It's that time of the day. In the middle of the day the birds all seem to have a bit of a kip. This is a seat we sit on, which I made for my wife. It's covered in a lot of poo, so we've got to chuck a cover on it just when we're sitting out here, and we take it off when we're not in there. Stick it in one of those buckets over there. What's up, Twisty? Why are you looking in there? Your babies are all out now. They're all out. There's 3 of them up there. Full water, I give the birds a few different options. Cockatiels like drinking out of these hanging on the cage water bowl things. So I have a couple of them there for them. I have this pottery dish my uncle made down here, which the turquoisines and the sparrows love bathing in as soon as I top it up with water. And then I also have this self-filling water here, which is sort of just back up for the other 2. The other ones get changed every day, and that one is there in case the other ones run out, dry up. Not that they ever do. And I might be trying to get some peanuts out. For the birds, not for me. Peanuts and millet are sort of the main treat that they love. Just keep everything in these buckets out here. This one is just full of seed. So buy it by the 20 kg bag, 25 kg bag, not sure. It's just a Aviary mix, and this container holds everything else. Cushions, peanuts, cuttlefish, etc, etc. So now that I've got the peanuts out, let's see who will come over. 20. So the pheasants absolutely love peanuts, as do the doves and the cockatiels. Turquoisines have a nibble on them as well. I've never seen a red rump eat one. You got sticking out of your mouth, mate? And here's Sylvester, our red rump male, feeding one of the turquoisine babies. which is very sweet. Can't believe how windy it's getting. That squeaking noise you can hear is a palm leaf rubbing on the roof on the outside. Sit down, baby. There's another one of the babies that needs a name. Having an aviary is very peaceful. Sit out here, I just want to fall asleep. The thing you can't see while I'm videoing all this is cockatiels jumping around on my head. Most of the videos doing the aviary have a cockatiel sitting on the camera or sitting on the head. Ow. Hello, Chester. Joey and Charlie, we got together and they were already tame. It was just one of those moments where we had to, it was fate. We got him and his partner Charlie, and they taught the other cockatiels that we already had to be tame. There's now a cockatiel on my head eating peanuts. If you are planning on building your own aviary, I wouldn't spend too much time on a covered in section. So of all the birds we've had, very rarely do any of them ever want to go in that area. Strawps are the same. They'll all just sit and sleep out in the open, even in the middle of winter, in the pouring rain. then was a red rump.
There's Leela, who's currently asleep. All of our cockatiels are male, although 2 of them were meant to be females. We have a habit of getting birds that are meant to be females that turn out to be males.
Even our first turquoisines were the same. They were meant to be a pair, but they were a pair of girls. And that barbecue smells getting you better. must have just spotted an earwig.
Babies are learning to fend for themselves. And very big eyes when they're babies. Very cute with their big eyes and their short little tails. You can see there also the colour of the beak, and the adult is black and the baby is still a yellowy orange colour. And there we are, folks. We've now clocked over 1 hour. This is now twice the length of my previous longest video. So if you're still watching, thank you for watching, and thanks for watching all my other videos. And I'll sign off saying Merry Christmas, and more importantly, Happy New Year. New Year in just a few hours here. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Try not to leave it quite so long between updates.